In this video, I'll be showing you how to create word search book activities for the children on Canva using your smartphone to actualize this. This tutorial is mainly for you if you want to probably sell this very particular puzzle or word search on Etsy or probably on Amazon, or you want to make it as a publication. This is the way how to go about it and you make your cool money. I am Dada Elias Adebowale. Therefore, let's go to the screen of my phone to show you how to actualize this. This is the home page of the Canva Fair My Phone. Therefore, to actualize this is what you are going to do. You click on this very particular purple circle where we're having plus sign in it. You click on it. Then you click on custom size to have the size of the paper I want to make use of for the word search I'm about creating. Then this very particular measurement, the pixel, you change it to inches. Then I click on it by changing it to inches. Then I come to the width, I type in 8.5. Then I come to the height, I type in 11. Then the next thing, I click on create new design. Now let's wait till it finishes loading. Now it's loading. This is the blank page of our A4 paper size. Therefore, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come to the bottom editor panel here to click on the element. Then I click on it. The next thing, on the search element, you type in table. Table, then you search for it. The next thing, you are going to select among the tables we're having here. Then I click on this. Don't forget that this is a free version of the Canva. Therefore, I have it here. I want the table to fit in the width of the page. Then I drag it here. Then I have it here. You can see the pink lines. That is the margin. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, I want to make use of 10 rows. And we're having 4 rows here. Now I click on it. Once I click on the tables, then the 3 dotted line we're having inside the rounded rectangle here, then I click on it. Then the next thing, I come here, then add row 5, 6 row, I click another one, I click on it again, that is 7 rows. Then I had another one, 8, I had more, 9, then I had more, 10. That's all. That is the rows I want to make use of for this very particular tutorial purpose. Then I want to make use of 11 column. Then I click on the 3 dotted line we're having in a rounded rectangle we're having at the upper side of the table. I click on it. Then I scroll. You can see add column. I click on it. It is going to add more column. I click on it again. I click on it. I click more. I click. Then I click on it again. Then I add more. Let me count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I add more. 11. Then let me add more. 12. Let's assume in I want to make use of 11, but mistakenly I added 12. All I need to do, just click on the column where we're having it there. Then you come here, you click on delete column. So we have 11 now. If you observe this table very well, you notice that by the time I added the column and the rows, the shapes we're having in it, it is in form of a square. This is the way you are going to do it. Therefore, I want my word search to be centered on wild animal. Therefore, the first wild animal I want to insert that I want the children to search for or probably to look for in the puzzle is giraffe. Now to go about this, I click on this very particular T that we're having text under it at the bottom. I click on it. Then the next thing, I click on add a subheading. I click on it. Then I change this to G. Then we're having a G there. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I want to confirm the font size of this G. I come to the bottom here, I click on font size. Now we have it for 36. I want it for 25 or 20. Let me fix it for 25. Okay, I'm okay with it. Then the next thing, I will need to bring it here. I'll bring it here. Then the next thing, I will need to, click on it again. Then I click on duplicate. I bring that here. Then I click on the edit at the bottom here to change the G to I. That is it. Then the next thing, I click on the I. Then I duplicate. I bring it here. Then I click on duplicate again. I click on duplicate. Then I come to the third letters, the third I. Then I click on edit to change it to R. I click on this as well to change it to A. I click on this to change it to F. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I will need to click on this F again, duplicate. I have it here. Then I will need to duplicate again to have it for, then I click on edit. I have E here. Then the next thing, I'm going to arrange it very well. Look at it. This is my R. This is our R. Look at the pink line. This will enable you to align your letters accordingly. Look at it. Then I click on the F. Then I bring it here. Look at it. Very perfect job. This will really help you. Then I click on F. I click on the second F. Look at it. Then I click on E. Make sure make sure that the letter is highlighted. You can see. So this is giraffe. Then the next one I'm going to insert is elephant. Then I click on this E. I duplicate. Then I bring it here. Okay. Then I duplicate again. I have it here. Look at the pink line. Then I duplicate again. I duplicate. I duplicate. Then here, I click on this. Then I click on edit to change it to L. Then I bring the L here. I'll bring it here. Okay. Then I will need to bring it here. Then I bring this E here. I will need to bring it here. Then I click on edit to change it to P. Then this E, I'll bring it here. I will change it to H. Okay. Then I click on this A. I duplicate. I bring it here. Then I click on H. I duplicate. I bring it here. I click on edit to change it to N. Then I click on P. I duplicate. I bring it here. Then I click on edit to have it T. Then that is still there. That is elephant. Then the third one is gorilla. I click on G. I duplicate. Then I have it here. If you observe it very well, this one I want the letter to begin from the down upward. Unlike the elephant, the right top comes from the up downward. While that of giraffe is from the left to the right hand side. But this very particular one, I want the beginning of the word to start from the bottom towards up. Then I have a G here, gorilla. Then I will come here. I click on duplicate. I click on edit. I will need to change it to O. Then I click on this R. Then I duplicate. I bring it here. The next thing I'm going to do, I will need to click on this I duplicate, I bring it here. Then I will need to come to this L, I duplicate, I bring it here. I duplicate another L, I bring it here. I click on A, I duplicate, I bring it here. This is gorilla. I will be moving to the fourth one, which is kangaroo. Then I will need to click on this G, then I duplicate, then I will put the G here, then I will click on edit, then I will type in K. I want it in a cross-section format, then that is kangaroo. Then I will need to click on this A, I duplicate, I will need to bring it here, okay. You observe the line, then I click on this N, I duplicate, then I bring it here. Then I click on this G, I duplicate, I bring it here as well. Then I click on A, I duplicate, I will bring it here. Then R, I will need to click on this R, I duplicate, I bring it here. Then O, I click on this O, I click on duplicate, I will bring it here. Then another O, I duplicate, I will need to bring it here. So this is kangaroo. Then I will move to the fifth one. Then the fifth one I want to insert is a zebra. I click on this E, then I duplicate, then I will need to bring it here. Then I will need to click on edit to change it to Z. I change it to Z, okay. I click on this E, I duplicate, then I will bring it here. Then I will need to click on B. Do I have B here? No, there is no B. Then I will need to click on this E again. I click on it, I duplicate, then I bring it here. Then I will need to change it to B. I click on edit to change it to B. Okay. Let me readjust it very well. Okay. Then I will need to click on A. I duplicate, then I'll bring it here. That is zebra. You can see this very particular zebra, I make it in such a way that it crosses out the kangaroo. Now the next one I'm going to insert here is a wolf. Then I click on this N, I duplicate, I'll bring it here. I want the wolf to cross out the kangaroo as well. Then I click on edit, I will change it to W, okay. Then I will need to click on this L, I click on L, then I duplicate, I will bring it here. Then I will need to click on F here, I duplicate, then I will bring it here, wolf. That is wolf, very interesting. We're having zebra and wolf crossing out the word kangaroo. Then the seventh one is tiger. Then I will need to click on T here. Then I duplicate, I will bring it here. I want it here. I want the tiger, the word to begin from the bottom, then moving towards up. Then I will need to click on I here. I click on I duplicate, then I will bring it here. Then I will go to G. I click on it, I duplicate, then I will bring it here. Then I click on E, I duplicate, I will bring it here. Just look at the line, the alignment line. Okay, tiger. Then the next thing, I will need to click on R. I duplicate, I will need to bring it here. Okay, that is tiger. Then I'll move to the eighth one. Then the next one I want to type in is Jaguar. Then I click on this A, I duplicate, I'll bring it here. I want it to begin from the left towards the right hand side. Then I click on Edit, I will change it to J. I click on this to duplicate it, then I'll bring it here, Ja. Then I'll click on G, I duplicate, then I'll bring it here, then U. I will need to click on this very particular G, I duplicate, then I will bring it here, then I will need to click on Edit, I will change it to U, then I click on A, I duplicate, then I bring it here. The next thing, I click on R, then I duplicate, I have it here, that is Jaguar. Then the next one is Bear. I click on this B, I duplicate, then I want it here. I want it to begin from the down towards up. Then the next thing, I click on E, I duplicate it, I will need to bring it here. Aside from that, I want this to cross out Jaguar. To cross it out, okay, E. Then the next thing, I click on R here, I duplicate, then I have it here. Meaning that this bear is moving towards up from the bottom. Aside from that, it crosses out Jaguar. Now, that is it. Then the next one I want to type in is the 10th one. Then I want Panda here. Then the next thing, I click on P here, I duplicate, then I will need to bring it here. Then I click on A, I duplicate, I bring it here. I click on N, then I'll bring it here. Then I click on D. Do I have D here? Then if there's no D, let me click on this N, I duplicate, then I'll bring it here. Then I click on Edit to change it to D. Then I click on A, I bring it here. This is Panda, that is the 9th one. Then I'll be moving to the 10th wild animal. I'll be typing there. I want cheetah here. Then I click on E. I duplicate. Then I will need to bring it here. Then I will click on Edit to change it to C. Okay. Then the next thing, I click on H. I duplicate it. Then I will bring it here. Then the next thing, I click on E. I duplicate it. I will need to bring it here. Then I duplicate E again. I mean another E. I bring it here. Then the next thing, I click on T. I duplicate. I'll bring it here. Then I duplicate A, another A. Then I'll bring it here. Then I click on H. I duplicate it. Then I will need to bring it here. Then the last one is lion. Then I click on L. I duplicate this. Then I will need to bring it here. This is the direction I want it to follow. Then L. Then I click on I. I duplicate. I want it, to cross out the table the way I did kangaroo. But in this case, the beginning of the word will start from the bottom, then towards the up. Then I click on O. I'll bring it here. I'll bring it here. Then the next thing, I will need to click on N. Then I duplicate it. I bring it here. So that is lion. That is lion. If you don't do it this way, you can also probably bring it here, but I don't want to do it that way. In the case whereby you just click on this eye, then you duplicate it, you bring it here. You want it to intermingle between elephant and a kangaroo. Then you duplicate it, you bring it here, you bring it here. You can also do it this way. You can see that this intermingle between elephant and kangaroo. The L that second the word of elephant, it begins the word lion. Why the third letter of kangaroo, N, ends the word lion? But I don't want this way. I want the previous one. It depends on your choice. So that is how to go about this. The next thing we are going to do as regards our word search table, all the blank spaces, we have to fill them up with letters. Therefore, this is what I'm going to do. I click on this B, then I duplicate. I'll bring it here. Because of time, I will want to fill the blank spaces, not to waste much of our time. And we need to do this and move to the next one later. This is it. I'm done with the filling up the blank spaces we're having in the table. The next thing I'll be moving to is the word bank. I want to, have all the words I want the learners to search for in the puzzle. I want to have it on the page here. Therefore, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come to the element at the bottom here. I click on element. Then I click on the table. I click on this table here. Then I will need to bring it here. I want one of the rows to be deleted. I want to delete a row. This is what I'm going to do. The three dotted line at the left hand side there, I click on it. Then I will come here, I'll scroll here to click on delete row. Now this is it. Then I want to add column to it. I will click on it. I click on it. Then I click on the three dotted line here. I click on it. Then I scroll here to add column. That is 4 column here. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to shift it inwardly a little bit. And the next thing, I will need to bring this here. Okay. I want it this way. It's okay this way. Therefore, as regards the word bank, the words I want the learners to search for in the puzzle, I'm going to duplicate this. I click on G, then I duplicate. Then I'll bring it here. Then the next thing, I will need to change the font. Let me come here. You come to the bottom. Then you click on font size. Then you make it 15. Let me make it 15. Then I'm okay with it. 15. Then the next thing, I want the first word. I want beer. Let me type in beer. Let me change the G to beer. Then I click on edit. I change it to beer. Okay. Then I have it here. Then the second one, I will need to duplicate this. I want cheetah here. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on edit. Then I type in cheetah. Okay, I want cheetah. This is it. Then because of time frame, I'm going to type in all the words I want in the word bank. I will quickly do this, then I'll come back to the page later. This is the word bank. Therefore, if you want to create word puzzle using your Canva on your phone, this is how to go about this. Then when you are done with it, you can now create another page by, creating the second page, the third page, the fourth page, and so on and so forth. If you want to create a book for this. If you have found this video very useful, consider subscribing to my channel. Give it a thumbs up. Share the video with your family and friends. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.